My father was a priest, and his temple was quite not small but very poor. The policy of government at that time, how to make Buddhism weaker and how to make Shinto powerful. Most Buddhist temples destroyed. Buddhists at that time suffered a lot, directly or indirectly. I was rather angry with people, at least who treated me so badly. My life at school was not so happy. I would rather to stay in classroom and then play with my friend. And that is the time when I made up my mind to be a priest again. But not the usual priest. I wanted to be an unusual priest. And my teacher would tell me how to be a great man. He said, if you want to be successful, you should go out of this state or prefecture. I decided to leave my home. And I was thinking about where should I go. But once in a while, my father's disciple would visit my father. So I know him pretty well. So I asked him, to take me to his temple. He said yes. I went to my master's temple when I was 13. At my teacher's temple, I was encouraged. So I think I was lucky. That is the reason why I became priest. And this reason also is the reason why I came to America. When I came to America, first feeling I had is I thought America may be the quite different country from Japan. But when I came to San Francisco, I was amazed because San Francisco was not. There was not much difference, in Tokyo and San Francisco. As you drive your car, as you hopping around whole universe, if you have right understanding in your practice, that doesn't make much difference. Train or airplane or ship doesn't make much difference. If you have right understanding in your practice, you can enjoy your trip anyway. The most important thing is to be able to enjoy your life.
The only time that you ever are is now. And the only place that you ever are is here. The longer you practice Zen, I think the less you know what it's about. And the less you know what you're doing. And as you practice through the cold of the winter and through the part of the summer when there are flies, you're always in a different room. But the variety of experience that comes in the total simplicity of this way of life is astounding.
It's like I got into Zen without even being aware of it. It was like before I knew it, it had taken my life.
If you look into our garden, you'll find people practicing. And then that's your practice, that's your training. But it's in the concentration that it's applied to the whatever you're doing.
Well, I read a book, and then I came to San Francisco, and I started sitting, and that was it. And I've been here ever since.
As someone mentioned yesterday, Americans are always looking for a sort of instant tradition. So every time they see a new one come up, they'll try it, but it remains to see whether it'll work after a year or two. But this is new. Americans have always had a really fear of any kind of ritual. So they really hate ritual. Ritual, if it becomes conformity, dies. But if it stands to point out what the act is and how it operates so that you can become totally involved in the act, then that act becomes sacred.
How do you think this place is going to develop? I see really two elements here. On the one hand, there is the strictly monastic element. On the one hand, it's a real monastery with celibate monks and so forth. And on the other hand, you do have married couples living here and even partly children and so forth. Do you think that one of these two trends will eventually take over?
I think that people who are religious in a strange sense of the word would prefer neither living a total secular life out in the world nor living one that is totally monastic. I think that a community of families with a school and their own ways of raising food, but one that is not like isolated.
In other words, it's Buddhist kibbutz.
The Zen master's mastery is in everything. Everything that he does with that concentration. It comes out of zazen, comes out of sitting. When he eats an apple, the core, I can't even describe it to you, the core of the apple is about a matchstick thin. He's really eaten that apple. So that everything about the person develops in the sense of this vastness, like a circle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
You know, when you think Buddha said something wonderful, and I must find out what he meant, then your mind is directed to Buddha's words, so you don't hear the birds. So always we sacrifice various actual reality. Instead of seek for objective world in its usual sense, we try to make our every moment of life deeper and deeper. That is purpose of Zazen.
Like tell you about now, baby. You know she comes around just about 5'4" from her head to the ground. You know she comes around here just about midnight. She make her feel so good, love. She make her feel